steamrolling toward the latter half of October. This is week 6 of NFL Primetime. Chris Berman, Booger McFarland, big showdown specifically in the AFC, wasn't there?
Yeah, we were going to find out as we get it toward the end of October who was for real, maybe who was not.
Well, it's kind of the time that you put costumes on.
Yes.
So maybe who's for real and who's just going out trick-or-treating. Well, two teams were 4-1. That would be the Los Angeles Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens. Both have been so exciting to watch. But they met. Something had to give at the big crab cake. Here we go. The Ravens coming off yet their latest rabbit out of the hat. The Chargers scoring 47 last week. Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson. What would they have for us this time? Well, they'd have running backs you remember from maybe 5-6 years ago. Latavius Murray, touchdown, Ravens at home, 7-0 lead. Chargers. And did the Ravens bring the defense today, Boog? We remember these Ravens with the sack of Justin Herbert.
Yes, defensive coordinator Wink Martindale deployed all the troops getting after Herbert.
Now, the Ravens near midfield. Lamar looking to throw. He's got time. Doing a good job on Joey Bosa, you see. He's going to go outside, and you know what's going to happen next. Whoop, whoop. And it's going to be a 22-yard run out of bounds at the 23. Now, next play. Remember, Le'Veon Bell wearing number 17. Ding dong. He's in the end zone, 14-0.
The most diverse running game in the NFL. It doesn't matter where they start up. They're going to run the football downhill from a multitude of formations.
That's 14-0 Baltimore. Less than 5 minutes ago in the half, Herbert throw. Uh-oh, Deshaun Elliott is going to make the pick. And they were smothering on pass defense, weren't they?
Yeah, it was just great man-to-man coverage. The Ravens disguised it so well up front, but then they dropped back playing tight man, and Herbert had no answer.
And now Lamar and company take the field. But the Chargers say not so fast. Picked off by Kaiser White. Not sure where it was going. It's a 22-yard pick. Looking for Rashad Bateman, the rookie, making his first appearance.
Yeah, really good job by White. He dropped back. Lamar never saw him. All he was focused on was the in cut. Surprised Lamar right there, and he's mad at himself.
So the Chargers get the ball. Can they get something going before the half? Justin Herbert, you know they have the weapons to do it. Little play action. Mike Williams, the angular one. 26 yards, slow to get up, but inside the 5. LA in business. Next play, Herbert. You know, he is still such a good player, Jared Cook. Touchdown. The Chargers, they miss extra points, so what's that, their 5th? But 17-6, they get on the board. Brandon Staley. Remember how well it worked last week in their own territory, but with 6 minutes to go in the third, down 24-6 at their own 19? It's an overthrow on 4th and 1.
Yeah, didn't like the call. Sometimes football is an art, not a science.
And so it worked then. They only gave up field goal then. Jackson, Devonta Freeman. Didn't we say all the old Pro Bowl backs were in this game? There's a touchdown, and the Ravens, they're too good, 34-6. Overthrow Herbert at the end, and 34-6. This, instead of getting behind by 19 or what have you, the Ravens had the ball for 38 minutes. They ran for almost 200 yards, and you know what? Only the second time since Herbert was been a Charger, they've scored under 16. Now, Chiefs, 2-3, last place.
Yeah.
Playing in Washington, division winner last year, and Sean Taylor. Family, close friends, remember the great late safety of Washington, and tears were shed and wonderful memories of the player that he was. Patrick Mahomes, Jody Fortson, 27 yards. That's right, Fortson. Names you may not know at the Chiefs. You know, Darrell Williams, because Edwards-Helaire hurt. Williams running hard, 7-0 Kansas City. Now it's 7-3. Mahomes, Chiefs, think a touchdown. Oh, off the hands. We've seen this several times this year. Off the hands of Tyreek Hill.
It seems like once a week Tyreek Hill drops a ball or goes off his hands for an INT.
And Washington will go out and kick a field goal. 10-6. Taylor Heineke, J.D. McKissick. He can scoot. And he gets hit, 16-yard reception, first down. A couple plays later, Heineke. He's exciting. Ricky Seals-Jones. A seal here and a seal here. And the WFD goes up 13-10.
I love it with an old Hank Schramm there. Love it.
Yep, a seal. Yeah, and not done. Here, Mahomes. Oh, my goodness, loose. And what was that? He lost the ball. Mahomes threw up maybe I don't know, worst interception of his career? I don't know.
Yeah, and it's his own fault because he lost the snap and then he made bad things worse. Mahomes did not have his A game in the first half, Boom.
I like this, though. At the end of the half, it's on me, Coach. I'll go get him in the second half. There's your shot right there. A little over 5 minutes to go in the third. Still 13-10 Washington. Mahomes, woo, that was a jump pass. Good hang time. Tyreek Hill, 13 yards. Now Mahomes fakes a handoff. Fires. Hill, 2-yard touchdown. He was questionable going into the game despite a quad injury. He made his impact there. 17-13. Chiefs smelling it. Mahomes. That's the little shovel to Travis Kelce. Hill caught 9. Kelce caught 8.
Yeah, and that's what Mahomes can do. He can throw from any arm angle, just a little flip right there. He does it better than any quarterback in the league.
And Mahomes to Williams. That's a running back's touchdown right there, right? No hole here, no hole here. I'll go over here.
I'll make my hole.
24-13. Now, 5 minutes to go. Mahomes dancing, firing, hitting. That's Cuckoo Kachu DeMarcus Robinson. And you like him so much? Then on another third down, 24-yard touchdown. That seals it. Look, 3-3 is a long way from where they want to be. But Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid Chiefs, back on the correct side of the ledger. And, yeah, they were behind, but they weren't way behind. And they put up a big-time second half, and they win it by the count of 31-13. Mahomes throwing for almost 400 yards. Travis Kelce had a big day, of course, with Dan Graziano afterward.
What was the message throughout this week about getting right and playing more like you guys are used to playing?
Everybody was just trying to do too much, I feel like, including myself and including our quarterback. And when everybody does, when everybody goes out and beats themselves.
He's the best tight end in the league. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. We just do our thing. Kenny, it's just, like I said, man, when everybody just goes out and beats themselves, we're a tough team to beat.
Which is true, and it's a lot more fun when you win. So the question would be, look, it's one game. They do win on the road. Is glass half full or half empty after this win by the Chiefs, Burger? Because 3 turnovers, they've given the ball up 14 times in 6 games. Can't win. It's one of the worst. It may be the worst in football. The games aren't all over yet. Can't win that way, but they won on the road.
14 times in 6 games, 8 of those have been interceptions by Patrick Mahomes. So to your question, it's half full because they won. And I thought the second half was Patrick Mahomes' best half of the season. He had 2 interceptions in the first half. You saw him put his arm around Andy Reid. Hey, coach, it's on me.
Yep.
I got it. And he came back in the second half and played his best football. The defense played better, still not great. They're a work in progress, Boom, but it's good to be a work in progress after a win than a loss.
Let's go to the Ravens, because that really was a big deal.
Yes,
all right?
yes.
This was the Ravens that we remember. They're getting a lead and at home, and you're not coming back. Like, the game is over, but we got to play 60 minutes to make it look
It's
good.
like playing downhill, Boom. It's easy. I mean, everything goes downhill for them. Running the football, the physicality, which they did, almost 200 yards rushing.
Right.
Lamar Jackson controlled passing game. And a defense led by Wink Martindale, the defensive coordinator, a lot of different looks. But at the end of the day, we're going to pressure your quarterback. We're going to play man coverage on the back end, and we're going to beat you up and dare you to come into our house and play physical with us. That's the Ravens we know. Boom. They're playing as good a football as anybody in the league right now, and we would not have guessed that based on how they played in late preseason and early in the season.
And as good as they played, I don't believe they've been better than 5-1 out of the gate.
Correct, exactly.
Ravens.
Yeah.
They have, and their running backs that got hurt are marvelous players. But Coach Harbaugh says, we are built to run the ball. We'll find some running backs, and they found them on the Pro Bowl roster from 2016, 2015. And it's just this on the Chargers as we move along. Look, this young team, right?
Yes.
First-year coach. Beat the Chiefs, beat the Raiders, who were then undefeated, scored 47 on Cleveland. A lot to ask to do that every week. Not an excuse, but just a fact.
It's just a fact. He's going to have to get the 4th down gambling a little bit. Again, it's an art, not a science. We can't play football based on numbers. We got to play it based on feel and how the game is being played.
Well, the schedule says Minnesota is playing, so you know it was going down to the wire.
Exactly.
They're at Carolina, or maybe farther than that. Kirk Cousins, Vikings, they've moved the ball on offense. The Panthers started out 3-0, but they don't want to go to 3-3 Cousins. Adam Thielen, he's just a really good player.
Yeah.
News, 24 yards, deep into Carolina territory. Vikings down to the 2. Cousins. A lot of ex-Jets on the field here. Chris Herndon with a 2-yard touchdown reception. 2-point conversion, no good, 12-7 Minnesota.
Really good play call.
Third quarter, Vikings up 12-10. Uh-oh! Frankie Louvu comes in and blocks the punt. Carolina hurt by a block punt against them last week. This time, Kenny Robinson says, our turn, there's a touchdown.
And you thought the momentum may have turned right then.
But it didn't because of Dalvin Cook breaking tackles. I'm in the end zone. That's a power run.
And what about the extra effort, putting the left hand down and reaching, I want a touchdown.
18-17 Minnesota. Here we go. It's a blackjack game. Hit me. Darnold to DJ Moore, and he coughed it up. Boy, the ball was in and out of a lot of the hands of the Carolina Panthers. Xavier Woods does the punch out. Eric Kendricks picks it up. Vikings take over, and then, speaking of momentum, after the touchdown and the defense, Cousin, oh, what a feeling. Adams dancing on the, not Thielen, he's dancing on the ground.
It's almost an indefensible play. It's a timing route. Throw it to the front pylon. Thielen, ball, you meet there.
Now it's under 2 minutes to go, 28-20 Minnesota. 4th and 10, 0-4. This isn't going to be good. I lied. Ian Thomas, 41 yards. What a throw by Sam Darnold.
Maybe the best throw he had all game, Boom.
Darnold rushed. Moore. This time he hangs up. Wait a minute. 25 yards are down to the 6. Darnold, we told you a lot of ex-Jets. Panthers. Robbie Anderson, touchdown. And so they got to go for 2, obviously. 42 seconds left. Darnold. The shovel pass was in on this day. Tommy Tremble. Everybody in Minnesota trembled.
That's like the new in vogue play. We're going to fake the zone read, throw the shuffle underneath. See, a lot of teams run that.
Now, 19 seconds to go, 2nd and 4, Minnesota. Cousins, Thielen, 8-yard gain in field goal range. Vikings, Greg Joseph. He's made some, he's missed some. From 47 yards, he missed some. Matt Golden Rule says we're still alive. Of course, it's overtime. The Vikings are playing.
I feel bad for Zimmer and those kickers, man.
Well, the Vikings win the toss, so this is what they're going to do. Dalvin Cook to the left, 16 yards. 2nd and 13. Cousins. Oh, that's nice. KJ Osborne reaches for the pylon. What an effort as the Vikings get the win on a touchdown in overtime.
Boom, what a throw, what a catch, to have the wherewithal to catch it. Once he catches it, now I'm going to make a football move, reach it out, over the pylon, touchdown. That's a combination of moves. They call that in baseball, it's a walk-off.
Well, it's a walk-off, all right. It's a dive-off. And so the Vikings are 3-3. 2 overtime games, they're 1-1 in those. 2 last-second results, they're 1-1 in those. They're 1-1 in the other games. As for Carolina, I understand McCaffrey out 3 games, 3-0 with him, 0-3 without him. Packers, Bears, they played more than anyone else. That would be 203 times. Curly Lambeau, George Halas pretty much got it started. Aaron Rodgers played him 1,000,000 times. Justin Fields starting at quarterback for the first time against the Pack. Fields to Allen Robinson. Bears came out in Soldier Field determined to show the Pack we want to get to first place. That's Khalil Herbert because Montgomery's hurt. 7-0 Chicago.
Yeah, I love the tenacity and the effort they came out with early on.
Now, Bears 3rd and 7. Fields thought there was a flag, so figure why not? It's a free play. Normally this is fine. Who cares? Problem was there was no flag, and Darnell Savage made the interception.
Yeah, and just a great athletic play by Savage, getting both feet in. Mistake by Fields he'll learn from.
4th and 1 on 45. But these are the Packers near midfield. We don't worry about Aaron Rodgers picking up a first down.
Not at all.
2 plays later, Rodgers. Oh, just a slant to Devontae Adams. I mean, that's almost indefensible also. Right?
Absolutely.
32 yards. 3rd and goal from the 1. Rodgers, we shovel pass Sunday. Allen Lounge Lazard. Touchdown, we're tied at 7.
The in vogue play of the day.
Oh, man. Shoveling. Keep shoveling. Packers up 10-7. Aaron Jones. Boy, when he bursts, he's... forget it. It's going to take 4 Bears to bring him down 28.
Love to see them give the ball to him just a little bit more.
Yeah, now Jones. There's a little screen I do. What? Makes a Bear miss, and then I'm going to bounce this way, and I'm in there. I'm diving because it's fun. It's 12 yards, 17-17.
One of the best combination backs in our league, running and receiving.
Now under 9 to go. Give Chicago credit. They played hard, Booger. Fields, Darnell Mooney. It's a full Mooney. Touchdown, it's only 17-14.
I like it by Fields going Jason O'Day, dropping down, going sidearm, boom.
So now, under 8 to go, the Packers. This is what the great teams do. Rodgers, Adams. The Adams family, always big around Halloween. He's ruled out at the 21. He thought he had a touchdown, but it was a good call. We take a look.
Yeah, absolutely. Watch the right foot right there. It's out of bounds. But I love the extra effort, though, by Adams. Best receiver in football.
Now, Rodgers. Remember, they lead by only 3. I'm going to roll. I'm going to fake. I'm going to run. I'm going to score. 24-14, the Pack. What the best teams do, they score when they need to seemingly put it away.
Yeah, and the old man still has some wheels, boom.
And he had some wheels, and he also has some ears and eyes. He's looking up in the stands. He's saying, you know what? Guess what? I still own you. I mean, there's maybe a little time left, but now, okay, so he's played 27 times against the Chicago Bears and smiling. He's 22-5. This stat, I mean, I absolutely love. Well, wait a minute. First, let's go to that. Aaron Rodgers and his teammates know, hey, it's fun when you win almost all the time in this rivalry.
Your thoughts on Aaron telling the Chicago fans that he owns them?
I love it. That's A-Rod. I love it. And what can you say? He's right.
Sometimes you black out on the field. in a good way. I definitely blacked out from a concussion, which isn't a good way. But I looked up in the stands, and in the front row, all I saw was a woman giving me the double bird. So I'm not sure exactly what came out of my mouth next.
The double bird.
The double bird. Well, you know, he's always been a fan of the birds. At any rate, the flying ones. I love this. That since 1992, obviously every Packer game against the Bears, there have been 60 of them, started by Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, or one with Hundley. Rodgers was hurt once. Fields was the 20th quarterback since 1992 to start the Bears against the Packers. I remember when Lovie Smith said, it's not a rivalry till we start winning some.
Exactly.
I mean, Lovie's elsewhere now.
Yes.
But it's a big deal, this game. And the Packers did what great teams do. You got to within 3, let's have a time-consuming march and put it away.
Well, the Packers are never concerned when they go against the Bears because they have Aaron Rodgers and the Bears don't. Boom. And it's as simple as that. He's 22-5 against the Bears, and you can name a plethora of quarterbacks that's paid for him. The Chicago Bear defense goes against Aaron Rodgers. They know they can hold the dam for a little while, but eventually, it's going to break. It's the same old story, and it happened again today. Game was close. When A-Rod needed to make a play, he made a play. Now, Justin Fields, he may be the quarterback to change that at some point, but he's not there yet. And as long as Aaron Rodgers is playing at an elite level, and their defense is playing the way they're playing, and Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams and all those guys, they're going to be tough to beat because they have number 12, and the Bears don't.
They don't. Fields will improve. Yes, to know at the end of this year. And they play good defense.
Yes, they do.
But remember a long time ago, week 1, when New Orleans skunked Aaron Rodgers? I don't know if he was looking at birds or what. He said it's only a game.
Yes, just one. It's just one.
They've played 5 since, and they've won them all.
Just one game.
All right. You know who's won a lot of games all of a sudden? Cincinnati. The Bengals lost a tough one to the Pack, of course, in overtime in the kicking fiasco game for most of it. How would they respond against, it's Detroit? No, Detroit's played hard every week. Joe Burrow spent some time in the hospital this past week. 14-yard pass to T. Higgins. And Burrow. Chris Evans. Nice 7-0 Cincinnati in Detroit.
It's really good when you have a running back that can come out of the backfield and beat a linebacker in one-on-one coverage. And Joe Burrow, he's not going to miss layups just like Steph Curry does miss threes.
Now, Burrow, as his college chum Jamar Chase. Yeah, right, he can't catch. Well, that was August. Well, he didn't catch this one, but it's off the fingers. And Amani, well-dressed Amani Oruwariye makes the pick for Detroit. And Jared Goff. Interesting names on Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Nice pass. Uh-oh. Logan Wilson, Von Bell combined, stripping the ball. Wilson recovers it.
Yeah, St. Brown, the rookie out of USC, he's got to hold on to that ball there. Good job by Von Bell getting it out of there.
Well, they rule it incomplete, but after the review, they reverse it. Say interception, Wilson. Now, under 11 minutes left in the second. Goff, still 7-0 game. putting pressure, spinning, throwing away. Lions averaging under 2 yards a play in the first half, 10-0 Cincy at the half. Bengals 4th down. They're going to go for it third quarter. Burrow. They're more than going to go for it. Joe Mixon. Mix and match. Touchdown, 40 yards, 17-0.
Really undervalued as a receiver coming out of the backfield. Great job by Cincinnati head coach Zach Taylor using him.
Now it's 20-0. Goff. Brown. Nope, off his hands. 20-0. The Lions, they're trying. But Cincy came ready. And Burrow from the 2. C.J. Uzomah. Touchdown. So the Cincinnati Bengals go on the road and win. I know Detroit is still winless at 0-6, but they've been in just about every game. You know, the Bengals, the players aren't that far removed from knowing from where Detroit is. They win 34-11. The Bengals go to 4-2 on the year. Dan Campbell's team not in this one come the second half.
I don't feel like we can accurately judge him one way or another. I don't feel that way yet. Now, I will say this. I feel like he needs to step up more than he has. And I think he needs to help us, you know, just like everybody else.
He'll tell you what he thinks. By the way, Cincinnati, we'll get back. A game they quarter supposed to win, a young team, and they're look, Kyler Murray, Cardinals not having Cliff Kingsbury on the sidelines. Had Spencer Whipple, I knew him when he was 6 years old, in his ear, calling plays along with Coach Kugler. Hey, we could call him Murray to Christian Kirk, touchdown in Cleveland.
We have DeAndre Hopkins, we have A.J. Green, now Christian Kirk, the number 3 receiver.
Now, Cardinals, 3rd and goal, remember, Coach out, Coach Kingsbury. Murray passes to DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, well, guess what? He's still him.
And he's outstanding.
Kingsbury out, COVID-19 precaution, and Hopkins helps them lead 14-0. Baker Mayfield, end of half. Donovan, the voice of the People's Jones, makes the catch on a Hail Mary, and all of a sudden Cleveland in the game.
What is it with the Hail Marys, Boom? No one wants to knock it down.
No, they don't want to knock it down. We got shovel passes. We got Hail Mary at 23-14. Mayfield, Odell Beckham, first down Cleveland. Boy, the Cardinals spent for some big-name players. And there's one of them, J.J. Watt. Fumble. Devon Kennard recovers for the Cardinals. Mayfield laying down.
Yeah, good job by J.J. Watt, just pursuing the quarterback, relentless, and he finally gets there.
He would have to go to the injury time. Meanwhile, Kyler Murray and the new look, at least for one game, play calling team of the Arizona Cardinals, undefeated Cardinals. A.J. Green, 34 yards. Names you know, and they're still good. Murray, still good. They're still very good. Hopkins, I think he's open.
Wide open.
He's open. 30-14 in Cleveland. In Cleveland, who's good. Mayfield back. 4th and 4 inside the Cardinals 10. We're going to go for it. Beckham dropped it.
And we always talk about get OBJ the ball in crucial situations, and Baker puts it right between the 1 and the 3, and he drops it. That's inexcusable for one of the top receivers in the game.
And what we're also seeing is Kareem Hunt hurt on the play, and they already were down to him as the Chubb was already out. Now, Murray says, I'm throwing to Hopkins, roughing the passer on the play. You're going to extend the Cardinals, you're going to be in trouble. Malik Jackson flag. But the break, this is what a good team does. Oh, Murray to Green.
Just an outstanding throw.
Oh.
Over the shoulder. Receiver runs in stride, and Kyler Murray knows we got action in Cleveland.
The Arizona Cardinals remain unbeaten. The Arizona Cardinals
I heard you.
remain unbeaten. They have not been this way since 1974. Jim Hart, quarterback. Don Coryell, pre-Charger. Don Coryell was the head coach. And Vance Joseph, defensive coach. and a collaborative effort by the coaching staff of the Cardinals on a big win on the road against a good team.
Obviously, it's been a rough week, losing our head coach and losing a couple guys to COVID. It's been a, up and down week, but our team leaders, were great all week. No one wavered, no one blinked. The staff didn't blink. Every day it was bad news, and no one blinked not one time. Even yesterday, even Saturday morning at practice, when the players knew that Cliff was down for the game, it was no worries.
First off, how are you feeling with your arms in a sling? How bad is it?
Feels like.
Well, so Cleveland lost, tough game to Chargers, and Arizona, just you feel, they're going to be. What a job by Arizona. Like, we came in here and we expect to win no matter, we know we missed Coach Kingsbury. No matter who we got, we're ready.
Boom, good teams can win when the chips are stacked against them. A lot of teams can win when everything's going in their favor.
Yeah.
The chips were stacked against them today. Their head coach, play caller, Cliff Kingsbury, not there. They went out and they still played their game defensively. They were physical. They got contributions from J.J. Watt, contributions from everyone on that side of the football. And offensively, Kyler Murray continues to excel and play the quarterback position at a high level. This team is for real. Their physicality is there. Their defensive backs are better this year. And anyone thinking that these are the same old Cardinals, they have something that's going to surprise them. This team is very good.
Oh, they beat the Rams.
Yes,
the Rams are
absolutely.
only, I mean, they go into Cleveland.
Yes.
I mean, this is, they're growing before our very eyes.
And they're still young. And think about this. They traded for Zach Ertz. He wasn't even involved
He scored a touchdown this week for Philadelphia. Right?
That's the whole point. They're going to get better and better once they get all their weapons on the field.
Oh, man. And that's in a division where we thought, okay, they're getting better. They're going to have some tough
Exactly.
Trends. They're 6-0, the last team undefeated. And we said it last week on the show. You should do it on the Swami. When you're the last undefeated team, no matter how far you go, it portends really well come January.
Something, yes.
All right, here we go. Raiders, Broncos. They both started 3-0. The loser would be 3-3. We know what's going on with the Raiders. Coach Gruden out. Rich Bisaccia, you know him well. Been around the league for a long time. Interim head coach. I mean, he knows what he's doing. Not been a head coach before, but he certainly knows all the rigors. And Derek Carr to Henry Ruggs, cutting the Ruggs. 48 yards. Hey, an opening drive touchdown for the Raiders.
Regardless who's the coach, you got to get the ball to Ruggs. He was a top pick. You got to make use of him.
You also got to get the ball to Darren Waller. Look at the protection that Carr had. That's a floater. And Carr wants a timeout after the big completion late in the second quarter. Carr. Oh, Kenyon Drake. See, it floats nice at mile high.
Yeah,
altitude.
Nice way. Altitude of holding the ball up and allow your running back an easy catch to run under that. And great job by Drake getting inside the pylon.
You know, a lot of the Denver veterans and all the guys up in the Ring of Honor there, like our Tom Jackson, can't believe he didn't come off the sidelines and stop that play. Never mind. Carr, second half. Josh Jacobs, 29 yards. Bisaccia said, see, this is how we do it. 2nd and 7 from the 18. Kenyon Drake, off tackle. Goodbye. Raiders lead 24-7. Mark Davis said, we're into Denver and doing this. Next Broncos possession. Javonte Williams. Watch this.
What? Oh.
Leaps over Trevon Murray. 30-yard gain. That's the mile-high zone, right?
Yes, they call that athletic ability, Boom.
Yeah.
Don't have any of that anymore.
They only get a field goal 24-10. Teddy Bridgewater. Bridge over troubled waters in this game. Solomon Thomas. Strip. Denzel Perryman recovers for the Raiders. Here's the play again.
Great job by Solomon Thomas. He was left for dead. Now he's back in the league, creating for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Didn't you say that they need to cut the rub some more? Carr. Ruggs, that's 40 yards. Raiders inside the 5. You know you're going to give it to Jacobs. No one even hit him. I mean, I didn't even need to do the sound effects. I was expecting Mark Davis, Coach Bisaccia. Hey, this is pretty easy. 1-0 lifetime as head coach. That's pretty good. The Raiders, impressive, 34-24 in Denver.
Congratulations to my friend, Coach Rich Bisaccia. He's wanted to be a head coach for a long time, Boom, on any level. Congrats on getting your first victory today.
Yep, and so the Broncos, as you said, started 3-0, although the teams they beat, hey, you play who's on the schedule.
Yep.
They hadn't won a game. They're 0-9. They beat, and now they played 3 teams that have won games. That didn't go so well. Texans at the Colts. Colts coming off that rough 19-point blown lead. Ball to the Baltimore Ravens. On Monday Night Football, how would Carson Wentz and company respond? Answer, well. A Colt in Paris. Paris Campbell, 51 yards, he got hurt. Wentz is throwing the ball well.
Yeah, it's amazing. The ankles look better. He's throwing the ball better.
7-0 Indy. Wentz. And you know who's back? You make a reservation at the Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, rooms are open. 28 down to the 28. That's a 52-yard pickup. Sets up a field goal, 10-3 Indy at the half. Davis Mills, big game last week against New England, albeit in a loss. But the rookie, meet Darius Leonard, who's always Johnny on the spot.
Always around the football, and the rookie Davis Mills did not see Darius Leonard dropping back in zone coverage.
And so now, Indy, Wentz. From whence he's come. Mo Ali Cox. Nice tiptoe, 17-3 Colts.
Outstanding throw by Carson Wentz. Glad to see him looking like the Carson Wentz of old.
You know what happens? Sometimes you need to take your pants in if you're losing weight. Thank goodness I can say that about me. You got to see it, Taylor. Jonathan Taylor. Can you take it in a little, big guy? Look at him rumbling. 83 yards, the longest rush in Colts franchise history. They've been around since the 50s. So, Taylor, you've done all that. Only taking the lapel a little bit here. 4-yard touchdown. Colts pulling away 24.
Yeah, and that's what the coach love to do, which is pound the football. Good to see Taylor having a good day.
You know, Hilton has just come back, and you hate to see this because in the fourth quarter, Hilton makes a catch. Right quad did not return. You know, Indy's had a tough go.
Yeah.
But they got Taylor. Tell you what, you got to look good for the holidays, so you need a good Taylor. And they got one. 11 yards. And Indy looking like the playoff team a little bit that we saw last year. I understand the quarterback's different, but he looks good. 31-3 all over the Texans.
Good to see them have some success. Can they put together a few weeks in succession and maybe start to make a run toward the end of the season for the postseason?
And so Indy wins that one handily. Now, Rams at the Giants. Very early on, Joe Judge's Giants, undermanned against the better team, played as hard as they could. 1-4 against the 4-1 Rams. Leonard Williams, they kind of been waiting on him, Booger. He had a sack early at Matthew Stafford, and he's about to have another one.
Leonard Williams, welcome to 2021. We've been waiting on you.
He's going to have another one. Look out. Scoreless first quarter, then the Giants kick a field goal, 3-0. It's going to be great. I lied. Stafford. Time. Cooper Kupp came in the leading receiver in the NFL with catches. 28 yards, he just gets open.
Just an outstanding throw over one defender in front of another one.
And then Stafford to Robert Woods. Smells the end zone, 7-3 Los Angeles. Daniel Jones, this time, Bonio Okoronkwo. Whatever happened to names like Beacon Jones? At any rate, it's a sack. Leonard Floyd recovers the ball as the Rams bring in the heat.
And it's the same thing that's plagued Daniel Jones his entire career. Fumbles and turnovers. He's got to fix that.
Rams on 4th and 1. Stafford. Fake a reverse. Cooper Kupp at the pylon. You're not going to stop it.
Having as good a year as any receiver in the National Football League.
14-3 the Rams. Jones. Daniel Jones playing despite the injury. Intercepted by Taylor. Bum wrap. There were 4 defenders in the area. That's a bummer. Darrell Henderson Jr. in the end zone. Now it's 21-3. Less than a minute to go in the first half. Rams want more. From the 25, Stafford, float, Henderson, open, 28-3. Rams.
Boom, when you can run a double move with your tailback, that means your offense is cooking.
Jones now looking for Dante Pettis. Oh, another bum wrap. Pair of picks, They had 4 turnovers on this day, the Ram defense, along with 4 sacks. Jones playing hurt, way off. Watch this. I don't need to look. When I got Cooper Kupp, what do we need to look for?
Ooh, a little older Patrick Mahomes, little no look, little showtime there for the LA Rams.
I mean, as Aaron Rodgers said it too, look, I saw him do this for 10 years in Detroit. What's the big news? Rams all over the Giants, and they win it. 38-11. Stafford 16 touchdown passes, first 6 games as a Ram, which is the most for any player. First 6 games with a new team. Most of the time we're talking rookie, but still, what a start for the 5-1 Rams. Cowboys at the Patriots, 2 teams with, well, plenty of hardware. Wild start and wilder finish at the Razor. Dak Prescott, Cowboys in town. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Lamb. Touchdown, 17-14, late third quarter, Cowboys.
Great throw, even better body control there by Lamb. Get both feet down.
Under 9 minutes ago, we're already in the fourth quarter. Damian Harris had some tough runs, had some tough fumbles. This is one of the former. Did I say tough runs?
Yeah.
Everybody on the Cowboys tried to stop them. Later in the drive, second goal from the 1. A reminder to get Ramondre Stevenson into it. Touchdown 21-20 New England. 3.5 to go. Dak running. 3rd and 12. Is he going to make it? No. About a yard and a half short. So Greg the leg. Zerline. 51-yard field goal. Try for the lead. No good. Pats keep a 21-20 lead.
Didn't agree with the decision. I would have put the ball in my $40 million quarterback's hands. They chose the kicker.
Here come the Patriots. Mac Jones. Oh, every week, Trayvon Diggs. He could go all the way. 7 picks in 6 games. 1 at former teammate at Alabama. 1 in every game.
Mac Jones just a little bit high and off with the throw, and Diggs makes him play right now. The runaway leader for Defensive Player of the Year.
2-point conversion, no good, so Cowboys lead 26-21. Mac Jones devastated. How could he possibly come back? Well, I don't know how he's going to do it. First place from scrimmage. I don't think he can do it. I lied. Kendrick Bourne again. 75 yards. He could go all the way. Diggs, can't believe it. The owner of the Patriots, Robert Kraft, loves it.
Diggs take it. Diggs gives it back. He gets beat on a double move right there. Boom. And the safety just misplayed it. Good throw by Mac Jones, but very poor defense by the Cowboys.
2-point conversion, good. So New England leads by 3, 29-26, 30 seconds to go. Prescott. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Lamb. Do the alphabet. 4th and 1 at the 31. They're going to kick a field goal. 49 yards. Ooh, he just made it good.
Eased it in there.
Overtime, 29 all. Patriots, first possession, punt. Dallas. Prescott. Keep saying the alphabet. Now you know your ABCs. This is what we call the winning TD touchdown. It's called winging it, folks. Dallas into New England. What a game. 35-29. How about them Cowboys? They dig deep, as did New England. That was a fun game. Dallas, in the past, type of game. Yeah, we're reading our press clippings. We're not quite us. Guess what? They look like a real contender.
Without a doubt, another walk-off game also, boom. And think about the Cowboys. They didn't play their best game on defense today, but their stalwart corner, Diggs, made a play, took it to the house. But Dak Prescott, the resiliency of which he plays is now at an all-time high. He is excelling. He has exceeded all expectations. The Cowboys are still a flawed team. Their defense is not great. They've been playing well, but as long as the quarterback will play at the level he's playing at, they will be in every game because of his level of play.
C.D. Lamb, hero.
Outstanding, yes.
9 for 149. You saw the 2 touchdowns, including the winner. You know who knows his alphabet? That would be E.D. Ed Werder.
It's on a 35-yard overtime touchdown pass from Dak Prescott to C.D. Lamb. C.D., take us through the play. What happened?
Honestly,
it happened too fast. I saw a lot of open field, ran to open field. Hopefully that Dak didn't get the ball away. You know what I'm saying? The emotions high right now, if you can't tell, but I'm very excited. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thanking God. It was broken coverage, and he hit me.
Weapons
galore. I mean, Cooper, Gallup, Wilson, Lamb, Zeke, Pollard, Schultz, Dak. I can keep going. Notice all the names that I said. They have a ton of weapons on the offense. If the defense will just be opportunistic and do their part, and Diggs continues at the level, boom, they can beat anybody in football. Anyone playing like this.
Diggs, like we said, 7 in 6 games, including 1 in every game.
Yes.
I mean, you could set your watch to it. When are they playing next? Diggs is going to have an interception. And then, what time is it in London? Because early in the morning here, and in the afternoon there at the Frozen Tundra, London Bridge, would it be falling down on the
breakfast and
Jaguars
football
again? And a little tea and crumpets. Dolphins at the Jags. They're 3 hours away, maybe 4 hours away in Florida. Why wouldn't they fly to London to play? Tua to Jalen Waddle, his college teammate. 7-0 Miami. Urban Meyer's Jags down 13-3. They've lost 20 in a row going back to last week. But last year, Trevor Lawrence, Laviska Shenault. First down. What do you know? Lawrence. Marvin Jones, that's called the swish pan. It's a touchdown at 28 yards.
And good job by Lawrence giving Jones an opportunity. High and outside, Jones made a play.
So it's a game now, 13-10 Miami. Miami hasn't won since opening week. Lawrence, Jamal Agnew, silent majority, 29 yards, Jags first down. At the 1, James Robinson, bang, touchdown. We haven't said this much. Jags have the lead. 17-13. 4 straight games, at least 1 rushing touchdown for Robinson. Fourth quarter, up 17-13. Robinson on 4th and 2 at the Miami 9 instead of a field goal for Urban Meyer. Miami's defense stopped him. Would it come back to haunt him? Yes. Tua back in the lineup. Tua Dua to Mike Gesicki. 32 yards. Gesicki over 100 on the day. Then Waddle. What? He hardly waddles in. He gets in the end zone second time of the day. Miami up 20-17. Under 5 to go. Lawrence, 3rd and 9. Jones, nice position on the defender.
Again, one-on-one back shoulder and indefensible play.
Sets up a Jaguar field goal. And Matthew Wright, they didn't have a field goal all year until this game. That's Wright's second field goal. We're tied at 20 with over 3 minutes to go. Now 2 minutes to go, maybe a little less. Dolphins 4th and 1, their own 46. Jaguar defense stops Malcolm Brown. What do you think's going to happen? But it's the Jaguars. They can't possibly do it. I don't care what side of the pond they're on. Lawrence, or maybe they can. Shenault, 12 yards, timeout. 5 seconds to go. 4th and 8. Lawrence, Shenault, timeout. 1 second. Remember, they haven't made a field goal in their first 5 games. Wright has kicked 2. 53-yarder. It's on its way. It's over. It's over. 20 straight losses, and the Jags beat the Dolphins in London. 23-20 at the buzzer. Of course they're going to make kicks in a soccer stadium. What else would you expect? So the Jags, from across the pond, you can hear the sigh of relief. And we look around. Hey, pop the cork.
Yes.
The late, great Leroy Selman on those out-of-the-gates Bucks of 76 and 77. Coach McKay, one of the great statements of all time. What do you think about the team's execution? I'm in favor of it. One of the great quotes of all time. They stay in the record books. Jacksonville does not go in. And Trevor Lawrence, obviously building, he was clutch. Not that we're that shocked.
He played his best game as a professional, and it's good to see him improve week to week. And it's good to see the Jags get a win, Boom. As a pro player, you want to have a little success. You don't want to come to work week after week to constant losses. It's good to see him win.
Especially under the microscope like Coach Meyer.
Exactly. All the attention he brings.
And Miami, they won opening week. Far cry. I mean, far cry from the team that almost made the playoffs. Well, far cry from having trouble. The top of the NFC West, that's where we go with our game balls. Boy.
Without a doubt. And I'm going to L.A., and it's that lethal combination, the quarterback Matthew Stafford to the receiver Cooper Kupp. When Stafford was targeting Kupp today, he was 9 for 12, 130 yards and 2 touchdowns, and you saw the chemistry. And boom, when you have a quarterback who trusts his receiver, great things can happen. They continue to take that relationship to the next level. They're going to be outstanding. Even a little no-look pass to his man there, boom.
Well, and so they've only lost one game. That's to Arizona. No head coach due to COVID. No play callers. No problem for Kyler Murray. My game ball. 4 touchdown passes. Of course, big-name receivers, but big-time throws. Sean Kugler, young Spencer Whipple calling plays in his ear. Kyler says, you know what, maybe I can handle a lot of it myself. Who's to doubt him? Arizona has not been. We said it. The Cardinals, the 1974 St. Louis, that's right, you youngsters, St. Louis Cardinals, way back when, the last time that franchise was 6-0. We have Sunday Night Football. Seattle is at Pittsburgh. And we welcome to NFL Primetime our man, Zubin.
All right, Boomer, thank you very much. Life without Russell Wilson begins in earnest for the Seattle Seahawks, which means Geno Smith gets his first NFL start in 4 years. And let's just say it didn't start particularly well. Sunday Night Football was the 11th OT game of the season already. Here's how we got here. It didn't look like it was going to be OT. All Steelers in the first half. Seahawks first half possession, 6 of them, 5 punts and a kneel down. Second half decidedly better. Smith to Gerald Everett picks up 41. It would lead to a Seahawks touchdown. 17-14. Russ likes what he sees. He's on IR. He's done for a bit. Fourth quarter, tied at 17. Ben Roethlisberger to Najee Harris. Najee has been as spectacular this season as Ben has been pedestrian, but that's going to move Pittsburgh into field goal range. Chris Boswell on to attempt from 52 yards, and if the last 7 or 8 days in the NFL means anything, whether it's an extra point or a field goal, nothing's a gimme, but that from 52 gives Pittsburgh the lead. Ben loving it. 18 seconds to go. Smith trying to make something happen to DK Metcalf. Loses the football. Freddie Swain brings the ball back to the line as the clock winds down. The Seahawks are now going to try to spike this ball in the final second so they can set up the game-tying field goal, but the replay official had actually stopped the game before that spike attempt because they wanted to make sure Metcalf had caught that football and had possession. Tomlin is furious, but in hindsight, he's not going to have anything to argue. It was the right call. Catch was made. Jason Myers on from 43 to tie with zeros on the clock, and we're going to overtime. Pete Carroll fired up in the extra session. We're now in the next score wins phase of OT. Smith, there's a reason the Steelers made T.J. Watt the NFL's highest paid defensive player. Devin Bush, who's had a nose for the football since joining the Steelers, all over it. Smith, stunned. First down for the Steelers in Seahawks territory. Boswell's got an opportunity to win it from 37, and it's true. Game that looked like a Steelers, a laugher in the first half, turns out to be a thrilling OT Pittsburgh win. 23-20 on Sunday Night Football. The Seahawks off to their worst start in 6 years.
There are a whole lot of angry Western New York members of Bills Mafia that are going to be flying back to Buffalo after a tough loss here at Tennessee. What a game for these Tennessee Titans. And then you see...
And nobody circles
the wagons. They tried to circle the wagons, then the wagon fell over. Wild night tonight. Derrick Henry in a 6-0 game rips off 76. You got any more Chris Berger?
I'm trying.
We need
the speedometer on that play, 21.8 miles an hour. I still can't get over that.
Yep. He's big, he's fast, he's nasty. Then Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, he's tired of people talking about his brother Trayvon having 2 touchdowns. Now Stephon has 2, and then we went back and forth, and then Ryan Tannehill says, hey, I can run like Josh Allen can.
It wasn't the prettiest of nights for Ryan Tannehill.
No.
They didn't have as much success throwing the football, but they were gritty on offense.
Here's Allen. Cole Beasley had himself a ball game. I mean, left all alone.
Yeah, right here. That's just a breakdown in coverage in the secondary there between Molden and Jenkins. Resulted in 6.
We went back and forth. 7 lead changes, ties an all-time Monday Night Football record. And there's Henry into the end zone.
That was a big-time drive, big-time answer from Tennessee. Controlling the football.
Back of the end zone. What do you got on Tommy Sweeney? Touchdown. Had a 2-point conversion. Then it's Derrick Henry. Touchdown. Titans lead 34-31. Here's the decision, and here's the play. You got overtime in your back pocket. It's the easiest of field goals. The Bills go for it on 4th and 1 and don't get it. And that really seals the game.
Deion Dawkins was on Jeffrey Simmons and just did not get his head across. That's what you have to do in the sneak. Give credit to Simmons. He anticipated it and made the play when he needed to.
So a most interesting decision made. They failed to get it on 4th and 1. It cost them the game. And of the many surprising things, we talked about it in the open of the broadcast. Ryan Tannehill, the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. Goose egg. Protected him enough tonight. Didn't get sacked once.
Run game. Run game protection.
Yeah, what was interesting in the second half in particular, because that's when it really started to have the effect of slowing down the pass rush as the passing game got going and A.J. Brown heated up. Then they had them right where they wanted them.
You know, I think you got to look at now at Tennessee and where they go from here. They were kind of limping into this affair with loss to the Jets and an ugly win against the Jaguars, and everybody's wondering about this team. And all of a sudden now at 4-2 and right in the race with the Colts, and with this signature win, they must be feeling really good about themselves.
Until they look at the schedule and see the Kansas City Chiefs are coming here next weekend.
That might not be as bad as you think.
You're right.
Especially for Derrick Henry. He's been saying, hey, it might be a lot easier than it was tonight, considering how those guys have been defending the run.
Might be a good time to get the Chiefs. And Buffalo will sit around and chew on this one for 2 weeks as they go into their bye week. What a game. What a story here in Nashville.
All right, fellas, thank you. Well, those big NFC teams standing pretty tall, pretty hot.
Yeah, they are. Tampa, Green Bay, Dallas, and then Arizona's undefeated. We're in for a wild finish as we go through the midseason, headed down the stretch.
Yeah, 35.7%, whatever the number is. I'm not sure. But you know what? We hope you think that we hit all the percentages here on NFL Primetime. Boomer, I'm Boomer. Thanks for watching. Have a great week, everybody. See you next week.